Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been so tired that you walked into the room and completely forgot what you came in there for? Yeah. Now imagine that feeling, but someone hands you a crying baby, a stack of bills, and then a big honeydew list, and asks if you can also fix the garbage disposal that's been acting up a little bit. Welcome to Fatherhood. You've arrived. Gen X dads especially know this drill. You know, we kind of grew up raising ourselves to some degree. I got a video about that. Go check it out. It's called Latchkey Kids. We're the ones that had the microwave dinners, a lot of that kind of stuff. Be home after dark kind of thing, right? Or before dark, I should say. Be home right before dark. That was basically our entire parenting handbook. And now we're the parents, or, you know, in some cases, grandparents. And we swore we'd be more present than what we had in our life. But here's the problem with that. Nobody warned us about a few things. Being present is hard, especially when you're absolutely exhausted, right? Bone tired. Just your mind's fried. You're running on fumes. You're running on coffee and a prayer and stubbornness. But your family doesn't need a perfect man. It really doesn't. It just needs a present man, somebody who's going to show up for him, even if you are running on fumes. So today we're going to talk about how to stay steady in the trenches when things get tough, right? In the hard times, when sleep is optional and responsibility is not optional. And yes, my sons are learning this right now, the hard way, the right way. Newborn daughters, lots of diapers to change. Waking up at 3:17 a.m. Somebody else is out there doing the same thing, right? You're changing that diaper while you're questioning every life consequence and decision that you made at that moment, right? I get it. So let's talk about how to survive it. First thing is you've got to accept the situation. That's number one. You got to accept the exhaustion in your life. You can stop pretending that you're not tired. It's okay. Men do this weird thing all the time, right? Yeah, well, they like to say this over and over and over. I'm fine. I've said it. I hear my sons and son-in-laws say it. Meanwhile, we look like a wreck, like some sort of raccoon that just crawled out of a dryer vent. Everybody knows you look tired. Everybody knows you are tired. So my sons are learning this lesson right now. Obviously, they got kids to wake up in the middle of the night. Their sleep schedule is not normal. Not by any stretch of the imagination. They're sleeping on a system I like to call strategic parental destruction. It's like the baby who wants to cry at 2 a.m., then at 3 a.m., and then at 4 a.m., right? And then just about the time you fall asleep, they wake up because they're wondering if you're awake or not. Here's the truth. Fighting the exhaustion just makes it worse. Just accept it. Go ahead, name it, do whatever you need to. Don't avoid it, though. It's going to be real. It's going to be real in your life for quite some time. You just got to learn to lean into it and move through it. For those of you who know, I like to get a little scripture every now and then. Joshua 1 verse 9 basically says that be strong. Be strong and courageous. The Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Notice it doesn't say be well rested, sleep a lot. It says be strong. So is there a way of being strong yet tired? Yeah, you just be present. You can be present and tired. That's the job. God never said, be well rested. He said, be strong. Second thing that I would suggest is to protect your energy like gold. Pace yourself, because it basically is gold, your energy. Some of you have to supplement that energy through energy drinks and all kinds of stuff. Those eventually start to rob you and treat your body pretty harshly. But when you're exhausted, you only have so much in the tank, right, left. You can try to artificially make that revived, but this modern life loves to drain that from you. There's a lot of distractions, a lot of doom scrolling, arguing on the internet with somebody named Trucknuts420 or whatever. Always somebody wanting you to know about their opinion about what's going on in the world. And if you're on this side, blah, blah, blah. Watching just one more episode of something, right, which kind of drags into the night. And next thing you know, it's midnight and you're learning how, some medieval castle operates, stored on the right amount of grain or whatever. It's a real distraction. Guard your energy, gentlemen. Cut out of your life what drains it. Give yourself about 10 minutes. Replace it with some things that are really good and restorative in your life. Give yourself about 10 minutes every morning, Go for a short walk. Give yourself some time. A quick prayer before walking back into the house maybe sometimes is another really, really good one, right? Psalms chapter 23, He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. Notice the rhyme there. Restore. Stillness, not chaos. We got to seek those things in life, gentlemen. My sons are figuring this out right now, Sometimes the best move is just stepping outside for 5 minutes and getting yourself together. Put yourself together nice and strong before you pick up that baby, that crying baby. Give yourself 5 minutes. It's all it takes sometimes to reset. That's not showing weakness. It's showing that you know where to go to find strength. So again, guard your energy like it's gold. The world's going to drain it. And stillness restores it. Show up. That's number 3. Show up. Even if you got to show up small, if you can't show up big, you don't have to be Superman every day. Some days you're just there. Maybe it's just holding a sleeping baby. Maybe it's just sitting next to your wife on the couch, holding her hand. Maybe it's just looking your kid in the eye and saying, I'm proud of you. Doesn't take a lot of energy to do that, does it? And it counts way more than you think. And I think back to my dad, he wasn't flashy. He didn't have a lot of attention that he felt comfortable giving. He didn't have a lot of big speeches either. No grand gestures, but he was always there. He was in his office a lot. Luckily, that office was at home, so he was accessible. That steady presence builds something in a family. And that's exactly what my sons are doing right now, as well as my daughter. The small things, the steady things, being present, it's enough. Even when you're exhausted. Small presence beats a big absence every time. So the fourth thing that I would consider extremely important is sometimes you got to borrow your strength. Sometimes you got to lean on strength that's greater than yours. For some of you, that might be scripture, because eventually your tank's going to be empty. Every single father hits that point, especially those that are burning the candle at both ends for all the right reasons. Isaiah chapter 40 says, He gives power to the faint. Those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. Notice something there. It doesn't say earn your strength. It says receive it. Receive the strength. You wait, you trust, you pray. My kids have already learned this with their kids. They're starting to see how taking that time for themselves is just as important. Because when they do that, they're praying over them. They're asking for strength when they've got nothing left or they're running on fumes. And strangely, it shows up. And that's how you keep going. You don't earn strength. You just receive it. Face it, you're going to be exhausted. That's guaranteed. Fatherhood isn't easy. If it were easy, every generation would do it well. So the real question is, will you show up? Accept the exhaustion. Protect your energy. Show up small when you have to. If you can't show up big, just show up. Lean on greater strength other than yours. That's how you stay steady, gentlemen. And when you can pass that on and you watch that in your own kids and you see how they have been able to do the same thing, it becomes one of the greatest things that you ever see. It really is. Makes you proud, makes you feel like legacy is more than things. So let me ask you something. Which one of those things is working for you right now? Put it in the comments down below. I'll read every one of them. Real answers only. And if you're in the trenches with a newborn tonight, hang in there. Somewhere out there, there's another dad warming up a bottle at 3 a.m., right? I guess what I'm trying to say is you're not alone. So subscribe if you're building something that lasts in your life and your family. A legacy. Stay steady, Get grounded, step by step, stone by stone. See you next week.